What's up, bro? It's your boy Jersey Boy Ambush. You follow on Facebook at Jersey Boy Ambush. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can chop it up. Real quick, I want to chime in and just say this shit, man. It was a conversation that they was having in Clubhouse, and I also seen the conversation that they was having on Facebook. And a lot of niggas in Jersey was saying that, I don't know, maybe not today, but I know back in the day, it was a phase to where a lot of niggas in Jersey would go to New York and rob niggas. And I read a book one time by, I know if you read some of the Black Party books, they was talking about a lot, even though Black Party is based on, it's not fiction, but it's based on some real life events, to contest to that. Growing up as a kid, right? And I had a lot of friends that used to do bad shit, you feel me? But I'm gonna try to skate a little bit on this one. Because a lot of New York niggas, New York was saying that niggas in Jersey was not doing nothing to them. But at the same time, over here, a lot of times niggas do go to New York and might catch a jukes and shit like that, because we ain't niggas from over here. You ain't got to worry about seeing niggas' faces. You ain't gonna never see me again. Niggas in Jersey is bold, because niggas will go to Harlem, rob a nigga, show his face, because the nigga's never gonna see him again, and then niggas jump back on the bridge and come back to Jersey and be home. You see what I'm saying? So that was a phase, like that was kind of like a thing, like robbing New York niggas was fun to niggas, because you didn't know who was doing it. Niggas would wait on the dope man, the dope boy, watch him a little bit, you feel me? Niggas would go to Harlem, you feel me? Because Harlem right there, Harlem ain't nothing but 25, 30 minutes. It's very close. You feel me? And the Bronx too, the Bronx is right there. Now niggas are saying it ain't never happened in Queens in certain areas, but Queens is a little farther. And other places, like, it's not that close. But the Harlem is not that far. You feel me? Harlem is very, very close. Like, you get to Harlem in 30 minutes from Jersey. You feel me? Especially if you live in Jersey City. You live in Jersey City, you get to Harlem like 10 minutes. But that was a phase for niggas, like, going to New York and just robbing the dope boys. That's what niggas used to do. Feel me? Catch that nigga coming out the projects, wham, got him. That's what niggas used to do. Like, some of my friends used to, I ain't gonna say no names, but niggas used to go out there and just catch the jokes, like, because, but it is, like, y'all not going, you from New York, you're not gonna never see me again. Like, if I'm doing it, you ain't gonna never see me again. I ain't gotta wear a mask. You don't know who I am. Unless what's the sense of you coming to Jersey, seeing my face again? It's like, of course the niggas from New York gonna think that it's a New York nigga doing it. But that was a phase that niggas was doing. For me, niggas, it was like a holiday. It was like a holiday. Niggas was like, let's go to New York and rob some of the New York niggas, you feel me? Take their work. They was doing that a lot back in the day, man. You feel me? I'm just saying from the stories. And a lot of New York niggas was on Clubhouse and shit like that, on Facebook talking about something, that ain't never happened. And I'm like, well, nigga, it ain't never happened to you. You see what I'm saying? If you from New York, you talking for yourself. It didn't happen to you. So you can't say it didn't happen. And then they try to say, well, nigga, we was robbing in New Jersey, nigga, shit like that. I mean, maybe that was, I don't know. But I just know that in Jersey, I'm telling you, in the hood, bro, that was a thing. That really was like a phase. Like, niggas would really get together and go to Harlem and rob a nigga, whoever they seen. They get you for your, because, see, the thing is, stealing cars in Jersey, especially in North, it's a hustle. It's a hustle. Stealing cars, the niggas in Jersey, niggas steal cars like taking candy. You feel me? So a lot of times, niggas like, well, why we doing it here in Jersey where the police and everybody gonna be on us? Let's go over there and do it. You feel me? Let's go to New York and get a nigga for his car. You feel me? They ain't gonna come back to Jersey and chop that shit up. You feel me? So that was a thing. Sorry, New York niggas, that was a thing. Like, I never participated in it myself, but you can ask any nigga from Jersey from back in the day, they'll tell you like, yeah, man, we done rob a couple of New York niggas, man. I used to listen to the stories and shit like that. You feel me? They was doing that shit heavy. And niggas was just trying to say like, oh, if a nigga from Jersey came and did nah, bro. Nope. They was doing that. They was doing that. You feel me? And if you like 21, 22, 3 years old, I don't want to hear it because you was a kid. You feel me? But niggas that's my age and older than me, would tell you that going to New York, particularly Harlem, robbing niggas was the shit. They were doing that. We used to hear about it all the time. You see what I'm saying? I mean, niggas were, the people were saying like, well, who exactly was it? It was niggas from everywhere. Because niggas in Newark was doing it. And then niggas from Newark started talking about it. And niggas was like, all right, we can do that in New York. So that kind of passed it off to niggas around the way. Like, man, we about to go over there and get these niggas too. And a lot of times it's like that. Even some of my homies and shit like that, they go out there and they rob niggas because like you're never going to see our faces. You're never going to see my face. Never. Like, you feel me? That's just the truth. So that's what give them the balls to do shit like that. Niggas will go to Harlem and the projects out there and rob the shit out of niggas, bro. And come back home to Jersey and chill like ain't shit happened. And then New York niggas was like, damn, like they thinking that it's niggas around the way. The whole time it's a nigga from Newark or fucking Irvington. They went over there and got a nigga. Because this is the way they think. When niggas from the hood come over there, niggas be like, they want to judge. That's on their mind, like, and that's what they think. Like, man, we about to judge a nigga, you feel me? And that's the truth. Like, I ain't never participated in it, but they was going back, and I noticed the niggas that was arguing about it, saying that never happened. I mean, if you're in your early 20s and shit like that, you was a kid back then. You see what I'm saying? You was a fucking kid. You was a fucking baby, like, you feel me? So you can't really say it didn't happen. But they just try to say, oh, we was doing that shit. Look, if niggas was doing it to us over here, y'all was doing it to niggas in Jersey, maybe you was. I don't know. But I know coming up, that was like a talk of the town. Like around the hood, like, yo, niggas really think about that. Ask any nigga from the hood in Jersey, like, they niggas that got family and shit out there, got girlfriends and this and that. But from around the way, niggas in Jersey that play, in their mind, that's what they think about. Oh, I'm about to rob this nigga. They think like that. That's why I tell a lot of New York niggas shit, that gotta be careful when you fucking with niggas from Jersey. Because in their mind, they see dollars signs. Like, that's what they see. And they think about, how we gonna get this nigga? You feel me? We about to get this nigga one way or another. Like, they think like that. Like, you feel me? It is what it is. Like, it's not about me trying to make, where I'm from hard or anything like that, but that was just the thing. That was the thing for niggas, man. There's all kind of stories that we know about niggas going to New York to rob niggas. You feel me? They would go to New York all the time to rob niggas. You feel me? I'm not talking about robbing the bank, the grocery stores. Niggas will rob niggas on the block. Niggas will, when niggas were used to do, they'll bump into your car. That's how they get niggas too. Like, if that's the way they rob niggas in Jersey. In some areas. They'll bump into your car, you get out, it's over. You see what I'm saying? So, that's the way they play. They'll bump into your shit, man, you get out all mad, and your ass getting stripped from your pockets. That's how niggas be getting down, man, you feel me? But that's just that, I believe that at that. And like I said, bro, if you from New York, niggas was doing that, like, you feel me? They was doing that. Now, we never heard about New York niggas coming over here to rob niggas. I never heard that before. Maybe individually, but on the streets back then, that was the thing. That was the thing. That was the talk of the town. Like, yeah, we about to go to New York, and we about to go to Harlem, we about to go to the projects, and we about to catch one of them niggas. You feel me? And that's what they used to do. Now, I don't know how, it's some bold shit, but I don't know if you from New York, I don't know how bold you are to come to Jersey and pull something like that off. You see what I'm saying? Because, I don't know, like, I just never heard about New York niggas doing this to Jersey niggas. Maybe, it's possible. It's possible, but not like how we was doing, not doing that shit to New York niggas. I'm telling you, bro, it's all kinds of stories about niggas from Jersey going to New York, particularly Harlem. Because Queens and everything else is not really that close, but don't be surprised, niggas go there and get them too. You feel me? I'm telling you, bro, niggas, no, bro. Niggas in Jersey, especially New York, man, they jack boys, bro. They jack boys, bro. They would jack the shit out you. They get you for your chain, nigga. They don't give a fuck. Niggas try to steal Chief Keef chain. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't successful, but they shit. You come out here, man, you got all the blame, you got all the you know, all the ice on and shit like that, man. You better watch your wrist. Cause the niggas be sitting in the back of the club plotting on your ass, waiting for you to get out. And niggas in Jersey don't give a fuck about no security. Cause they'll shoot you and your security and take your shit. And don't give a fuck. You feel me? They don't give a fuck. Niggas over here broad day you. We call it broad day you because they'll get you in broad day. You can get in broad day. So it is what it is. Like the New York niggas is kind of really uptight on Clubhouse and on Facebook, saying one nigga was just trying to say, "Oh, y'all niggas got only one hood that's hard" and shit like that, which is not true. But at the same time, I'm not trying to big up my area, but I'm just saying, like, yo, that was a phase. It ain't probably big how it was back then, but a lot of old heads that was in the game back then, a lot of niggas that was in the game would tell you that, you know, we would go to Harlem and rob niggas. Oh yeah, they was doing that shit for real. You feel me? And that's just that. New York niggas try to throw a counter argument in there like we was doing it to y'all too. We never heard of it. I ain't never heard no shit like that. And I don't know how much of the balls you got. Because, I mean, New York and New Jersey is so close for the most part. It is very close. I don't know my way around New York like that. I have to use a GPS. And maybe for them, so if you want to come to Jersey and pull that off, you got to know the area. You got to know the area because a lot of, especially like North, there's a lot of one-ways and shit like that. So, and a lot of the projects and shit like that are knocked down. And sometimes it's only, back then, a lot of the buildings only like one way to get in there. So I don't know how easy it was for them to actually pull that off. I don't know how simple, it wouldn't be that. I'm thinking about it like, I'm thinking about some project areas that I know, and some blocks. I don't think it would be that easy to pull that off. But New York is big. New York is very, very big. New York is a big area. You see what I'm saying? Unlike New Jersey is small compared to New York. So the niggas saying that, they just saying that because they trying to stand up for where they from and shit like that. You know, they don't want to make it seem like niggas is bitches. And they don't mean niggas is bitches and pussies. It's just like, I'm just saying, like, niggas in Jersey is jack boys. That's all they do is jack niggas. You feel me? Jack you for your car. Niggas don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. So it is what it is. Like, you feel me? You gotta watch your back, nigga. But I'm gonna leave that at that. If you want to comment, you can comment. And that's that. You feel me? And I don't want to hear about a nigga that's 25 years old, nigga 21 years old, telling me this and that. I'm not gonna listen to you because you a fucking kid. To me, I'm almost 30. You feel me? And you was a kid when that shit was going on. You feel me? Back in 05 and 06 and shit like that. 07, because that's the time niggas, and like the early 2000s. You feel me? Some of the late 90s, early 2000s. Y'all niggas was kids. So you can't say this and that. Now, if a nigga that's older, then he can have a little argument. But I ain't about to try to argue with a nigga that's 21, 23 years old trying to tell me some shit niggas was doing 10 years ago when your ass was sucking on a fucking bottle. We got no argument. And that's just that. I'm gonna leave that at that. I'm out.